Perfect. For today's episode, we're going to be discussing movies with one of our closest friends. Today we have Timey on to discuss stuff with us.
That's right. She has her own series, worked with ERBP, just a couple other stuff here and there. I'm actually pretty ecstatic to hear about this, have a little casual, chill conversation, and also very versed within the realm of the niches of films that she's interested in. And you know what, though? I'm very intrigued. So this is gonna be really fun. Oh,
Hello.
oh, we're here. We're in this.
Yo.
Timey just joined. Yellow. Hello. Greetings.
Hello.
A bunch of other terminologies to say hello. Welcome to the podcast, you wondrous
Yeah.
guest. I'm so happy to have you
Oh
on.
yeah. Yeah.
It's been a long time coming.
It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. We're so happy to have you
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, after having go
Are you
wild
Yeah.
out from last night in BC.
Oh, especially that. Oh my goodness gracious. What's I'm gonna call it? First and foremost, how are you doing, Miss Timey?
I'm doing well generally. Setting up things for school, getting into university, so that's pretty cool. And also trying to make money with my job, which I finally have, and also handling my own projects. Like literally just now about to do the review of Luke versus Harry by Chaotic Rap Battles. So
Sick. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Keep yourself substantial with a lot of stuff. Listen, your life's going by relatively smoothly. You have a lot of substance as a person. Build yourself some character. That's what I like to hear. That's really awesome. I'm really happy stuff is really
yeah,
going well for you. That's what matters the most.
yeah,
I'm eager to see your projects come to fruition. That's awesome to hear. Seriously.
yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Mhm.
It's a lot to try to keep up with that type of thing. Like my brain is farting already.
Okay.
Like I guess the main thing that keeps me going with these projects is the fact that I have fun while making them, like stuff with the ERB parodies rankings and whatnot, and the movie lookbacks, like with the hop analysis and the NIM2 defense. Those are the type of things that I want to kind of focus on because I have fun talking about these pieces of media that I connected with so much, and I want to voice my opinions about them out into the world. Even if it's to a small audience, it's still fun to get to express those thoughts about them. You know?
Yeah, it's great,
Yeah.
really, for your
And
channel. Because, you've already sent a few of them. The Red didn't see it because, it's disaster movies, jump scare. But yeah, your video on disaster movie versus Spaceballs, that's very much a highlight.
Oh yeah, yeah. That one's like one of the three videos, along with the season 1 ranking and the hop analysis, that took a very, very long time to make.
Mhm.
it was worthwhile.
Yeah, I with the Spaceballs versus Disaster movie, that mainly spawned because um, well, obviously because I love Spaceballs so much and hate Disaster movie with a passion. Um,
As do I.
and
As
Me
do
yeah,
too.
I.
wanted to
Me
kind of
three.
analyze what the hell happened to parody films. Why did the genre manage to be so strong back then but is practically non-existent nowadays and is only relegated to internet videos nowadays instead of full movies.
True, it collapsed.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I think the NIM2 analysis especially was definitely the thing that kickstarted me analyzing movies for these types of things. But the Spaceballs versus Disaster movie video definitely, I feel, took it up a notch, not only because it was a much longer analysis, and not only because it was two movies instead of one, but also because I got to use my critical thinking skills a lot more, like exercise them, and really, really stick to one particular topic. Like, why does this movie do this thing well while the other movie fails in this regard? Um, can I can I follow up with the premise beyond Spaceballs is funny while Disaster Movie isn't? Like, how can I make that into a meaningful analysis? You know?
Oh yeah, I get
and
it.
Yeah.
that's where it kind of came from.
Yeah, I think in the one
And
that you're gonna do for Harry versus Luke and chaotic rap battles, you could talk about how his Luke managed to actually be better than ERB's.
Well, it doesn't have the Wingardium Leviosa suck line,
Mhm.
so
oh,
that's
that is
automatically
absolutely
makes it
true.
better. And I say this with Harry versus Luke, the ERB version, as my favorite ERB. Um, yeah, I still like the ERB version overall, but the Chaotic Rap Battles version definitely does some things a little better,
Mhm.
along with the Luke portrayal.
Yeah, it's so
So
hard for me to really get so much into it because I see there's so much potential that was unused, especially on Luke's side, strangely enough, with them already having like so many Star Wars characters. But I was like, man, they could really tweak a little things. But that's kind of the case with any ERP at this point.
I definitely feel that. I guess the reason why I connected with Luke versus Harry so much is not only because it was two characters that I, recognize that I grew up with, and so I know like pretty much all the references, but also because of how I feel it used these expansive franchises like Star Wars and Harry Potter. Like there's so much material you can pull from both franchises. And while I feel Luke's characterization could have been better, I feel like they also did understand. I don't know if this makes sense, but I feel like they understood the spirit of Luke Skywalker, the spirit of Star Wars, and also equated that to like how much they understood the spirit of Harry Potter in order to make a satisfying battle. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. No, I absolutely adore your analysis of the overall battle because you know what? I think that's something that they always wanted to put off. Obviously, I know it wouldn't have been as impactful as what they did Percy Jackson versus Harry or whatever they had in mind, which God forbid that ever came to fruition. I'm glad that died off, and obviously Luke was like the definitive opponent, and I
Of
wouldn't have it
course.
any other way.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
So
I'm to be honest, I wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't have minded Harry Potter versus Percy Jackson. I feel like both Percy and Luke are great opponents for Harry, like in different ways. But I feel like Luke would be a better fit for ERB, mainly because he has a much bigger, I don't know, pop culture status than Percy.
Yeah,
You
Percy's
know?
kind of forgotten
absolutely.
nowadays anyway.
Yeah, I think Harry versus Percy is much better suited for a fan made
Mhm.
battle, and
It,
hopefully, if someone does that matchup, we get something that's better than what ERBP did.
dude, that is
That'll
ironically
still
one
haunt
of
my
my favorites.
nightmares.
It is so funny. It's terrible, but I still love it.
Oh yeah, I did cover pretty much all my thoughts on that battle in the season one ranking, but it's just so fascinatingly bad. Like I think it's the most obvious part is Harry's head being cut off. I think I just have a fascination with Harry Potter rap battles in general, mainly because I've been saying this for a couple years now, but so many Harry Potter battles just do not get Harry's character right, like at all. They always make him more egotistical than he needs to be, or they don't touch on many of the elements from the Harry Potter universe that needs to be touched upon, especially when there's so much material to work with. It's either one or the other, or God forbid, both. Or the third option where they do kind of understand, but they don't utilize nearly enough. Like they just make it too bland, you know?
Yeah, I get
Um,
it.
there've only been like a handful of Harry Potter battles that I feel are like satisfactory. Like there's the ERB, there's the chaotic rap battles version, and there's also this one other battle that was Harry Potter versus Frodo Baggins. I forget the channel name, but he was the same guy that made those I think it was those Star Wars rap battles.
Hmm.
I think it was the same guy that did those.
Oh yeah, I think I
Um,
know. I think it was that channel was mentioned before as in terms of Star Wars rap battles, how ERB did so many, but then there's other channels like that one that did their own Star Wars rap battles anyway. And you also did mention before once that Greg Hafley versus Harry Potter is one that you're also really interested to talk about, and I believe you actually had some hand in helping with that.
yes, yeah, Greg versus Harry. That that battle. That battle I have a lot of thoughts on. It's not that I'm ashamed of it. No, certainly not. I still like it, mainly because it's mine. I made it,
Yeah.
but I feel like looking back on it, I feel like there's like a lot of missed potential in it. I think mainly because when I was trying to write it, I was kind of struck. I'm not really all that good with rap battle writing, making punchy lyrics that kind of make sense and flow naturally. So that's the main part I was struggling with. And I feel like the whole motivation behind Greg versus Harry was getting Harry's characterization right in battles. At least one battle that helped get Harry's characterization right. And I do still feel like I accomplished that to an extent. But I also, in turn, I feel like I sacrificed a lot of Greg's character and didn't really utilize him as much as I should have. One thing I do regret is the beat choice. The beat just straight up sucks. I will fully admit it. The beat to that one sucks. Yeah, I am overall. I guess I am still proud of it in a sense because I am glad that I managed to accomplish making a full battle, like a full live action battle in the end. From start to finish. And I do still respect the process I went into it, and I do like that it gave me experience with editing live action battles, getting to work with that. But I'm also not as proud of it as I probably should be, considering how much missed potential there is in the lyrics.
Yeah, I can get that.
So yeah,
I feel like
Yeah.
writing is definitely like the highlight that most rap battle creators need to take approach with. The second I'd say is delivery. So really it's a matter of like you write the lyrics and you deliver them, and as long as it sounds good enough, that's really kind of like enough for most viewers. In fact, that's why I went ahead with helping you out with your own battle of Edward versus Robert Rodriguez. But yeah, I think I did a pretty good job on it.
yeah, I definitely think you did a great job with that too. I definitely think. What was I about to say? I think one thing I do need to add is that I am much more proud of the next battle that I ended up writing, which is Dragon Ball Evolution versus Link-CDi. I think mainly because I had a lot less time to make that battle, and also I had someone else helping me with the lyrics. And not that I didn't have anyone else helping me with the lyrics to Greg versus Harry. I definitely had help, but with Evolution versus CDI, or Link versus Goku, it was a part of a 100-hour challenge, so I was assigned, not assigned, I had someone else to help me with the whole process, and it made things a lot smoother. And I don't know, since I was also building it off of a specific joke, like uh, parodying the that old infamous epic fictional rap battle, Link versus Goku, but using the bad guys versions of Link and Goku and trying to make a kind of a serious battle out of that. But I feel like we definitely came up with a lot of the punchier lyrics that I'm much more proud of. And the beat was much better, so that's also a plus. Um, I think I'm more proud of that because I got to kind of tap into the ridiculousness of these characters, and I wasn't as burdened by the weight of making them right as I was with, Greg versus Harry, if that makes
In
sense.
addition to that, I mean, I think the talented voice cast that you had alongside that made it even 10 times more enjoyable, for it to come into fruition all the way
Oh
through. I mean, you
yes.
got Stopper there for fuck's sake. I absolutely adore that man.
Oh
So to
yes.
hear him again was fantastic. So that was awesome.
Yeah, we were allowed to get any VA as long as they weren't like actively already participating in the challenge.
Mm,
So I figured Stoffrex would be a good choice based on his previous roles, and he knocked it out of the park with his performance as Link-CDi. Like he was pitch perfect. I could not imagine better casting than him.
absolutely.
Um, yeah, and so, Stoffrex, if you're watching this, you did awesome, and you're awesome. You're an awesome voice actor. Hope you get more roles like this in the future. You're an awesome guy, man. We love you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he deserves
Time
it.
to speak for all of us. So, though, just we're all huge fans.
And with
That's awesome, though. But yeah.
yeah, and another funny thing I want to point out about that battle. The other voice, which was Natalie as Lucian Goku, I think that was funny because with this was specifically the Dragon Ball Evolution version of Goku, so we could pretty much
Mhm.
get any person we wanted and not have to deal with the whole ethnic casting thing. Like like when the battle came out, I got a reply from I think it was Shimario who
Mhm.
said how to get around ethnic casting. Uh, have them play the whitewashed version of the Asian character. I didn't intend for that, but yeah, it's
I mean,
just
that was
funny.
pretty funny, all things considered. I mean, I think Ray William Johnson was portraying an Asian character technically, so I mean, nobody really bitched about him being Goku.
Natalie's not even Asian, and she plays a better Goku.
Damn.
Oh my god, see that's true. RWJ just doesn't have that. Although, okay, to be fair, I do like Goku versus Superman. I do like their iteration of the battle, and I do like Garrett's version of it too. And he did it before they did too, which is kind of crazy. But
Yeah.
Garrett did it first, but chaotic rap battles did it first, or awesome rap battles.
CR-
Technically, if anybody used to remember that, he used to call that.
CRB did it first.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly, dude. Exactly. The new ERBP did it first. Chaotic rap battles did it first. But no, seriously, no. That version of Goku is absolutely horrendous, and you can actually just interpret any way you want to because it's so shitposty and it's such a god awful movie. I never saw it
Exactly.
myself, and I don't want to see it at all. I just looking at the covers and images and screenshots. I don't want to see it.
Oh yeah,
But
I'm speaking as someone who saw it. It is awful, but it's absolutely awful. It absolutely deserves its horrible reputation. But in a weird way, I don't hate it. Like again, it's absolutely awful, but I don't know, I'm entertained by it, if that makes sense. Like I'm entertained by how awful it is.
Yeah, it's too
Like
camp.
the fact that
Yeah.
it was so awful, it forced Akira Toriyama out of retirement.
Damn.
To make Dragon Ball Super.
That's a real good joke, actually, in a really funny way. No, we all love you, Akira Toriyama. Rest in peace, legend. We all love you.
Yeah.
So, what's someone call it? That's unfortunate, but you know what though? He cemented a legacy. I think I don't want that movie to be something he wants to be remembered by. But
Yeah. Justin, I remember Justin Chatwin, the guy who played Goku in that movie. When Akira passed, he posted something to his Instagram, saying, "Rest in peace, brother. Sorry we messed up that adaptation so badly."
That's flattering. He
Yeah.
actually went out of his way to acknowledge that, yeah, maybe that vision wasn't up to his standards. And you know what, though? If even the actors themselves have a little bit of a conscience to themselves, which I'm glad that they kind of do reflect on their past, duds in their career, and I do appreciate that actually happening. So that's nice of him to do that, actually. Kind of own up to it a little bit. Obviously, it had nothing to do with it. It's mostly just shitty, creative directors and whatnot. It's whatever. But
yeah, I've definitely come around to appreciating the actors behind a movie instead of the corporate executives. I can definitely acknowledge when an actor where was I going with this? My sentence did not go well.
Like
Start over.
The actor embraces the
actors taking
reputation
ownership,
that they gave, I
pretty
guess.
much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I definitely can appreciate that. Even when they know a movie is going to turn out shit, and it does turn out shit, they manage to still have a good time and make the best that they can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that kind of reflects on some fan-made battles, from what I hear.
Oh yes,
that too, especially that.
Oh, yes, I think that's
boy.
basically what the behind the scenes of like early ERB parodies was like built upon. Like a lot of the battles just turned out shit, but it seems like they had a lot of fun making them. So
Absolutely. You know what though? We wouldn't really have any in the way with if it wasn't for Justin, Nathan, and Xander having such a huge impact on the community at the time, and they still do. But all three of them do still. Their legacy still lives on regardless if they're inactive. Who really cares? And hey, Justin's still going strong. Xander's still going strong. Nathan's doing his thing.
Nathan's selling donuts.
Question mark.
And Nathan's doing his thing.
Where Nathan at?
Exactly. I mean, who knows? But that's awesome though. I'm glad that they cemented that for everybody to follow suit. Everybody kind of took note of them, and really without them, I mean, come on, they really were second to ERB technically, if you think about it. I mean, yeah, there was ERB 10 L's other guys, but ERBP was like, at least it was ERBP as far as recognition and just having that major impact on the community for everybody to follow suit. You should never ever discredit them ever. Regardless if you think their content is shit or not. I personally like their battles. At least the majority of them I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're good. They're good. They're good people though. They're good, talented people. I wouldn't have it any other way. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'll definitely say that ERB parodies was one of the inspirations for me.
Mm.
Like at least in terms of rap battle stuff. Um, like and also speaking of inspirations for
Mm.
my stuff, I definitely think like outside of rap battles, I think some of my inspirations for making content are definitely Schaffrillas Productions
Mm.
and Just Stop. Um,
Okay.
Oh yeah, I think I know that
Yeah.
channel as well. But yeah, I
Based.
love Schaffrillas. I love it. Like I think in terms of non-rap battle YouTube channels, it's like the favorite of the server at this point.
yeah, yeah. I definitely say he's like the most influential in terms of like my style and humor, and my analysis for
Yeah.
movies.
In spite of the
Obviously, I'm
hot
trying to like.
disagreements.
That is very true. That is very true. Yeah. Oh man. Um, but yeah, I even though nowadays I'm trying to like form my own identity, and grow past the just the base Schaeferless inspirations. I still I'll still like hold Schaeferless in a high regard for that because
Mm.
because without him, I don't really know what my channel would be. So I hold respect for him for that.
Oh yeah, of
We
course.
all follow have a little follow leader effect. You know what? There's nothing wrong with taking inspiration from people that are actually. That's about just something in your creativity though, and you take it as your own in a way. So there's nothing wrong with that at all. And Survivalist is actually just up there as far as his content goes, and he definitely exerts his all. And I never was too versed with him, but from what I saw, actually a couple of videos, the man really knows how to do his shit, and he's just outstanding at it.
Hmm.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. What you wanted to like say regarding, his influence to how you view movies, I would say, or wanted to give your takes on it. What would you say is something that you want to see like more in the community in terms of movie characters? Because I know some people will have their certain movie characters that they love to gravitate towards, but like say classic movie characters, you don't see much of like Al Pacino or like everyone overdoes Willy Wonka, for example. So what's something like you would say deserves more rap battle attention in terms of movies?
That's a hard question. Yeah, there are a lot of movie characters, a lot of media characters that I feel like I like all the time. I come up with ideas for rap battle matchups with certain characters that I like. Um, but of course, since I'm a procrastinating bitch, I never really get a lot of them done. Um,
Mhm.
I'd ever say the Depp Willy Wonka is one of them because like the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka is kind of overused.
That's true.
Um,
I agree. I actually do agree.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think I
yeah,
recall a
like.
Johnny Depp one for a rap battle. It's always the Gene Wilder version.
Technically,
The closest I can think of is the ERB10 ones.
yeah. I
Oh,
was just
that's
about
right.
to say that.
I just love fucking how impactful Epic Rap Battles 10 was. But you know what? Remembering that you and I had shared the server, I think I actually did talk to you there before because you were making the thumbnails for Epic Rap Battles 10 back when his channel was up,
Yeah,
and now it got nuked again. But whatever.
yeah, I remember. Oh man, I wish I still had those thumbnails. I unfortunately do not have any of them saved anymore.
That's a shame.
Oh, but it's crazy. It was so crazy seeing my thumbnails
Mhm.
on those videos because those are like part of rap battle history.
Yeah, and you
Um,
did a great job
and
on
what's
them.
funny is I saw some people actually get upset about the thumbnail changes. Like I remember someone, I'm sure this was a joke, but I remember someone saying, someone looking at my thumbnails on the old ERB10 videos and going, "This is the equivalent of the burning of the Library of Alexandria."
Damn. I mean, they can just see
Like,
the
damn.
thumbnails, the original ones on the re-uploads of ERB10 at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah, come on.
I'm
I
pretty
feel
sure
like,
they're still like available on like that old Rap Battle Central wiki.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yeah,
just
at least.
literally just go onto Google Images.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, don't you just miss the 144p picture of Depp holding his finger up or
And
zooming into Ronald's penis? Come on, man.
Johnny Depp versus Ronald McDonald's crotch, the rap battle.
ERB10 was is such a masterclass, and I'm so saddened that it's just so short lived, and it hurts my heart.
Yeah, people were sleeping on his
Yeah,
flow, honestly. Mickey Mouse versus Bill Clinton.
I
He
know.
switched that up.
yeah, yeah. I remember when he did like his one new battle was SpongeBob versus Plankton. Granted, it was with AI voices, but I'm pretty sure it was like a filter for voiceover,
Yeah.
like an AI filter instead of like it was his own flow, and it was honestly pretty solid.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I think that kind of stuff is really cool because if you know the bottom two by Glorb, that's like a SpongeBob AI rap that actually goes hard. I love it. But yeah, I didn't
yeah,
mind him doing it. It's just SpongeBob versus Plankton's kind of a weird way to do a comeback, and then it was a part one. We're never seeing the sequel.
yeah. Oh, by the way, going back to the original question about what
Mhm.
movie characters I would like to see in rap battles, definitely one, definitely a specific movie that I would like to see used more in rap battles is The Incredibles.
Ooh,
Um,
yes.
because
Absolutely,
yes,
yes.
because that's my favorite animated movie of all time. Even nearly 20 years later, there's still so much material to talk about with that film. It's so good, man. It's so good.
Oh yeah, true, true.
Someday I want to do a full analysis of it as to why I love it so much. But yeah, for now,
A
there's like
minuscule. No.
a very minuscule amount of like
Yeah.
Incredibles battles on YouTube.
Hmm.
Um, and only one I can only remember one of them actually having Mr. Incredible. Um,
Yeah. It was.
two
I think
with
it was
two of them,
Freshies, right?
Yeah.
yeah, two of them have,
Uh,
yeah. The only Mr. Incredible battle that's currently out that I can think of is Freshy's Mr. Fantastic versus Mr. Incredible.
Hmm.
It's not good.
yeah,
Um,
I don't really like it either, personally.
Yeah.
Sorry, Freshie.
Yeah, it's short, so it's not like
yeah,
it's much anyway. I was gonna
yeah.
say though,
And
Timey,
the other
our
and the other two battles are Syndrome battles.
oh right, he did Billy Butcher
Megamind versus
too.
Syndrome by Uberosity, and
Billy
Billy
Butcher.
Butcher versus Syndrome
Hmm.
by
That
also
one's good.
Freshy.
Yeah,
I
What?
actually kind of like that one a little bit.
it's good. I think there's more potential
I'm
that could have been
sorry.
had.
I am going to have to humbly disagree. I don't like it.
Oh, yeah.
Apologies to Freshie. I just am not a fan of it.
Oh yeah. He well
Um,
All right.
here's the thing I wanted to say. Timey, you and I, our first collaboration still isn't out yet, but it is involving in The Incredibles.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if I want to like fully disclose the details of it
Yeah,
here,
I get that.
since it's like not out yet, but it is definitely involving the Incredibles, and um, and I definitely feel like this is a project that I am proud of being a part of because this is like my area that I get to really write for.
Hmm.
Um,
Mhm.
it just feels good when I get to write in an area that I'm actually knowledgeable about,
Yeah, of
like
course.
um, like providing a lot of the research for it, like paragraphs of material. But
Mhm.
um, I don't know when it'll come out. Currently, it's on pause because of funding issues. But when it comes out, I really hope it goes over well.
Hmm. Yeah.
I really hope so.
Yeah, and because the funny thing is, like you ping me like, hey, this line idea is really good. We should use it. I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, I really like how I wrote this months ago and I forgot about it, but yeah, that's a really good one. And then I just figured, hey, let's fix it together. Why not?
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what?
um,
I absolutely agree with your choice of the Incredibles, especially the family themselves, not just separately. I kind of don't really like that.
Hmm.
I don't like them separate personally. They should really their chemistry is what I mean. They're fucking family for God's sakes.
Yeah, it's
They
like the
should be together
yeah.
Fantastic
as
Four.
a team. So yeah,
Yeah. I think
see, I do want that to happen. That would be awesome.
like definitely.
So
Oh, like adding on to that, I'm definitely fine with Mr. Incredible on his own in a rap
Hmm.
mhm.
battle because I feel like there's definitely enough material that can work there, and my and this might extend to Elastigirl as well, um, lesser, but I feel like it can extend as well, but definitely there should be more battles with the whole family, you know, because that's part of the whole thing of what it's like a huge aspect of what makes the movie so charming is like that element of a superhero family that also feels like a normal family, and it feels so natural that I want to see
oh
that
yeah.
used more.
I was gonna say it's kind of funny that Fantastic Four used to represent that, and Brad Bird managed to do it better than they could. Oh, it hurts me as a Marvel fan to say that. Like, you got like the fact that and you know what's kind of funny. The Fantastic Four movie came out like a year before The Incredibles did, so I find that really hilarious.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Incredibles is
God,
basically just Fantastic Four but done right.
Oh my god! They should just let Brad Bird direct a Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, I think he only
That's not
works
happening,
with
sadly, because
he only works
yeah.
well with
I mean,
animated movies though.
he already did. It's called The Incredibles.
Yeah, because
Yeah, it's like the biggest running joke with
I
the Fantastic Four movies.
I
Oh
recall
god.
it's like
Yeah.
Tomorrowland he directed, right? And I was thinking like, yeah, maybe he should stick to animated movies though.
I keep forgetting Tomorrowland existed. It just keeps deleting itself from my brain. It's that forgettable.
Hmm. For sure.
Whoa, this does actually bring me into, because I ask our guests constantly this question. It's really interesting how you discover, obviously the whole reason is why we're even here is because, well, all thanks to ERB. How and when I should be asking you in the beginning, but you know what though? Listen, this is a Timey episode. This is Timey centric, so I don't give a fuck what anybody says. So, anyway, anyway, how and when did you get into epic rap battles of history? I'm really intrigued by how you even got into this rabbit hole, and here you are now. Really, yeah, really, kind of because of them. I mean, it's everybody.
That's okay. So this is gonna be a much longer explanation.
No, go ahead,
So
please.
yeah, I've basically been into ERB ever since like I don't know, season 3 was coming out. I've
Okay.
been, so I've been watching them since I was a kid. I remember watching them on like this crappy little iPhone, um, that like uh, like iPod Touch. That remember how small they used to be, and how the YouTube
Yes.
logo was like that TV. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that I was watching ERB, simultaneously. I also remember, I think definitely my first epic rap battle was actually when I was in second grade. I watched Vader versus Hitler, and of course, being in second grade, I had no idea who Hitler was, but I clicked on it because Darth Vader. I was a huge Star Wars fan, so that's what led me to discovering epic rap battles of history. And alongside that, I also like later down, I also kind of discovered channels like Epic Rap Battle parodies, video game rap battles, Epic Rap Battles of cartoons, and so on. All the classic series. And although a lot of the battles were like low quality, especially looking back now, I still enjoyed them because a lot of them featured my favorite characters. Not all of them. I still have yet to see a Speed Racer battle, but a lot of them I definitely remember when like ERBA cartoons made Ninjago versus TMNT. That was pretty cool. I mean, the battle wasn't. It was bad, but the matchup was pretty cool. So yeah, but it even through all this rap battle watching, it wasn't until around 2018, 2017 to 2018 ish that I started interacting with the community. I remember once talking to this smaller channel. It's been so long that I don't remember the name, but I once suggested they make Donald Trump versus Annoying Orange, and they did. Don't go searching for it, by the way. It's long since been deleted. But
Damn.
they did that, and then I could only mainly communicate through YouTube comments at the time, so I was like commenting on other people's projects like Derbius Game Blast and Danny, which is how I became friends with them. And yeah, I was kind of discovering like newer rap battles along the way. I was also for better or worse discovering kind of like what was going on behind the scenes, um, like behind the rap battles, like what was going on with the rap battle community. Some were really cool, others were significantly not. I'm not going to go into details about that because it's a lot of personal history shit and
Yeah.
like
Problem.
and it's a lot of rap battle community controversies and whatnot. But yeah, so those were not fun to sit through. But eventually, I did get a Discord account, which led to me going into FRB. I met people like Snakebite and whatnot. Snakebite's really cool, by the way.
Of course.
Yeah, and actually, I think now that I think about it, I think I actually was kind of part of the reason how Snakebite got to his popularity that he is today.
Oh no way,
Like
you
this
were the
isn't to
one
sound
who
ego.
wrote the Bling Bling Boy verse that turned him into a superstar?
Sadly, no, that was
Damn.
not me. I wish that was me, but that was not me, unfortunately. But yeah, no, the way it was, from how I remember it, is that I saw one of his like old terrible rap battles of Comic Sans. It was Willy Wonka versus Pickle, and I thought it was funny. And once I saw that his account was on Discord, I friended him. We got to chatting. I eventually got to help with writing one of his battles, which was the Outsiders versus the Bystander, and I kind of introduced him and his battles to like the grand scheme of FRB, kind of like getting him more known. And one of the proudest moments in my rap battle history was getting to have his battle Light Yagami versus Artemis Fowl be a thing. Because that whole thing spawned because of a running thing where I was in like high school, like early high school, and I was assigned the book Artemis Fowl, and I absolutely hated it. Um, and so, and I also like found similarities between Artemis and Light Yagami. So I suggested that, and he eventually just straight up ended up making Light versus Artemis. And there's a credit in the credits that says thanks to Timey for helping make this, and that was awesome. Oh, were you about to say something?
No, I'm just so
Oh,
choked up by the fact that you took him in. Now he's out there spreading his wings. Kind of like with
he's my
Xander with pressure.
boy.
Okay, well, I'm kidding with that. But, but no, but seriously, bro, listen. Snakebite is the man. And
He's the
that man
goat.
just makes some content. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, he's a man goat. Wait, what? He's a goat. All right. I absolutely adore every single thing he does. And seriously, like, that man has such a really unique sense of humor that, yeah, he's definitely one of a kind in the community. And the fact that you had the moment of interaction with him and just kind of shooting ideas together and whatnot,
Yeah, I
it's
definitely
really
agree.
nice. Seriously.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad that I got to like be a part of his life, like his rap battle history,
Mhm.
in that way. I'm glad that I'm glad that I was able to make some sort of impact on the community in that way. And yeah, that's basically a huge part of my whole rap battle history. It's a huge rabbit hole.
I do admire that you're still working with other people to be able to, continue that kind of influence with others. You obviously get your big moments like that one, and then they keep coming.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's not
I,
forget you've had the privilege of hanging out with the ERBP as the Karate Kid.
Karate
How
Kid,
did that come to
yes.
fruition? How did that
He
happen? Actually, I'm really curious. Mhm.
um well, partly because at the time I was starting to become friends with Xander and Justin, like
Uh,
after they kind of came back to the community, and we chatted. This was after we were like chatting about old ERP battles, and this was around the time that Chaplin versus Lopez had come out. It was fun. Xander just I don't know, I don't remember if it was Xander or D or someone else, but someone from the ERBP crew just straight up asked me in DMs, "Hey, do you want to be Karate Kid in ERBP?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" Um, yeah. They just straight up asked me for it. Um, I don't really know how they came to that conclusion that I would be the best fit for the role, but I'm really glad they did. And it was fun. It was so fun getting to be a part of that. Like they just they had me on this call, um, where I had the call open in a laptop, and was recording with my phone, and they were the ones giving me directions. And yeah, it wasn't like too intricate or anything, so it wasn't like tedious, but it was still a lot of fun. I think that was kind of the experience I was looking for. That like ERP behind the scenes kind of feel that I was talking about
uh,
earlier. Like where it was still fun just to get to be a part of filming that battle, like being a part of its production. And that was that's the thing I was looking for. That's the feeling of fun. I want more fun like that in battles. If that makes sense. Like
yeah,
that feeling is just having fun making something. Like it shouldn't really matter if the battle itself turns out good or not. if you had fun making it, that should be what makes it worth it.
Yeah, of course. And plus, as if anything, yesterday was something to go by that ERBP can just randomly grab someone who's like, "Hey, this is your rap battle debut. Here you go," and it turns out really funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
ERP does not thrive for accuracy. They do not care about accuracy, as evident as their career. Eminem versus
Oh
Macklemore
yes.
being a good example. I mean, well, personally, I think, at least I thought Jackie Chan versus the Karate Kid was a really good battle.
Mhm.
Okay, I know it's weird to call ERBP good, but I mean, come on, that instrumental and you just having a actually pretty good portrayal to say the least what you were given, and then Jian
Yeah.
was I don't know what the fuck was with Jackie Chan, but you know what though? I said this before in his episode that his Jackie Chan is what I would imagine ERB would exactly make it portray him as, depict him as, like is over exaggerated and ridiculous, like and funny, but just
Yeah.
like what Jian did.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a really funny battle. Like seriously, it's really catchy. It's really good. I think it's
It
good.
really is. My
It's a
head
masterpiece.
explode.
Yeah, exactly. Your stance is this like a TIE fighter. I mean, come on.
Okay, fun fact, I was originally going to be the Tekken Fighter cameo. It was originally just going to be me in like a hoodie and like sweatpants, but they decided not to do that. They just used the Tekken Fighter model instead.
Yeah, it was Steve Fox, I believe. I'm pretty sure that was all software because I saw him credited. Oh yeah, okay, so, yeah, that's definitely him. He's a huge Tekken fan. So, and I did see he has a little bit of some writing credits too. So, props to him, man, big man. Seriously, Softworks, man, you continue to impress. No, seriously, that was definitely all Softworks is doing. So, yeah, that was pretty funny seeing that random ass fucking model just chilling in the back, and also there's a lot of cameos in that battle too, surprisingly.
Yeah, I think my greatest accomplishments being in the rap battle landscape, like my top three, were getting to be Karate Kid and Eerie Parodies, getting to be a big part of Snakebite's life, and
Hmm.
getting to meet my girlfriend Serena.
Yeah, she's doing some pretty good rap battles, bro. I'm just saying, she doing some really good
Yeah,
shit. Some really, really,
yeah.
what was it? Shake versus Bender. I mean, okay, the Shake impression is a little annoying. I'm not gonna bullshit around you. Like, it sounds really annoying, but Bender sounds perfect, and the writing is really great. And you heard that beat somewhere in ERBP's lifetime. Don't pretend like you guys haven't heard it.
I think so. Um,
Oh no,
I think
you
definitely
definitely heard it.
I think definitely my favorite battle from Serena is either Freddy Krueger versus Princess Luna
Mhm.
or Sonic versus Rainbow Dash, which I actually had a hand in writing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's just the love of my life, man. Um, we we mainly met through rap battle stuff, but it kind of evolved past that, and now it's just kind of us, and it's still going
Mhm.
strong. Serena, if you're watching this, just know I love you with all my heart, and I am really glad to have met you and been a part of your life. Like seriously.
That is the most flattering rap battle settlement I ever heard in my entire life. I mean that. No, like, I mean that. Serious. That took my heart a little bit, man. But okay, seriously, that was actually really sweet, and I'm glad you got to express that. And please come on the podcast. I'm really chilling today. I don't know why, but please come on the podcast if you want to. I know she had her own podcast at one point with shared a couple of stars. So why not come on ours? I mean, we're the de facto podcast in the rap battle community. I mean, come on, come our way. Listen, you can even have Timey there with you too. It's grand. It's you
I'd be happy
too.
to do that actually. Like
Yeah, absolutely. Yes,
if Serena wants to
100%.
be on the podcast and she wants to bring me along, I'd be more than happy to be a part of that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Absolutely, yeah. That is a mental future mental note for us to keep check on. Seriously, that is a really good idea.
Hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be absolutely fucking down for that.
Yeah, check
Yeah, Miss
whenever
Serena and you.
would be a good time between you two, and we'll be able to get that planned for the future. But to also wrap up this episode, I did want to bring up that I believe it's still that your favorite movie is Speed Racer, correct?
That is absolutely correct.
Yes, and you wanted Astro Boy versus Speed Racer for your matchup, as you said before, right?
Yes.
All right, that's very cool because
Yes.
here is the cover we have for that exact matchup
Here
Oh.
you go.
as a present.
Welcome. There it is. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is awesome.
Yeah, great to hear.
Holy shit.
Oh, this is phenomenal work right here.
Holy shit, I love that. I love that. Um, did you make this specifically for me?
Oh yeah, of course. Our in-house editor, Señor Gato, had it worked up for you.
The talented Gato, yes, the artiste Gato made that
Um,
with it
uh,
just for you.
shout out,
Just for you.
shout out to them, shout out to them, because this looks awesome. Yeah, I really want to see this matchup actually done. You know, because like I feel like it's a good matchup for these two, given how important they are to like anime as a whole. And you know, Speed Racer is both my favorite character and favorite cartoon and favorite movie of all time. So yeah, it's thank you for this.
Yeah, of course. You're
This is
welcome.
Hey,
awesome.
listen, you're absolutely welcome. Seriously,
Yeah, it may as
that's
well
just
be
not
like
enough.
your birthday with the amount of gifts I'm giving.
Hell yeah.
And the fact that you're on the podcast with us, I mean, what better way to really just celebrate your? You surprisingly have a substantial amount of, I don't know. You have this status in the community somehow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
just
I'm
kind
kind
of
of surprised
doing your own
too.
thing.
Because
Oh
I was
yeah.
like a nobody in the community for like a long time. Cause kind of like part of the crowd. Now I'm kind of doing my own thing.
Yeah, and it's
With
really
being
great.
part of the crowd
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
to
so
some extent. I mean, it's not
yeah. To some
expansive, but you
extent.
know what? But you know what? Listen, the circle doesn't have to be gargantuan for it to really matter because, what matters most is that what you left for a lot of people. And you know what, though? People are going to remember you by a lot of things. The fucking Karate Kid, for God's sakes. You assisting Snakebite. And again, just probably the most impactful, I would say, is me and Serena. And
Of course.
really, well, I mean, really, what more can you really want though besides just being your own entity in the community and being your own person? And here you are now, and
Right. Like
that's something you're always going to cherish. And obviously, and to think that really everything stems back to kind of ERB kind of doing this shit, but then the ERB kind of ERB channels, at least family channels, kind of transcends that and brings a lot of people together to some extent, I guess, depending on who you are. But that's here or there. I mean, the fact that you got people like you exist, and that's just magnificent. Okay, is what I'm trying to say. It's you magnify your own shit, and that's awesome. So
yeah,
there's nothing you can
yeah,
take away from that.
yep, and
yeah. I'm trying to like balance those things like between the rap battle stuff and my own things like the movie analysis stuff.
Hmm.
I'm trying to do my own thing, and trying to be in my own lane, and I'm having fun doing it. And I think that's the most important part: having fun doing it.
hmm yeah,
If
definitely. Yeah, and
you
that's a good reminder here to subscribe to Timey, which will be linked for a channel,
do it,
so you can get
yeah,
And
more
do it.
check
for
out my Luke Skywalker versus Harry Potter review.
and other niche
And
movie
future
stuff.
ERVP roles are also coming, featuring Timey. I'm sure you have future roles coming up too.
Hmm
Oh yeah, yeah. I got a couple lined up.
Nice.
Oh shit! I can't wait for that. I've heard a couple of previews, little sneak peeks. Xander showed it a little bit. I'm pretty excited, and it's fucking hilarious. The amount of creative input you have with him too. It is the most funniest shit ever from what I saw and heard. And I'm actually hyped for that. I can't wait for you to be featured in more roles. And this is gonna be awesome. Hey, listen, you got a lot ahead of you. You got a lot to do. So
I appreciate. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
absolutely.